Okay, thank you. So if next time I forgot to record, feel free to speak out and let me know. Question 6. What is bearing and falling? As we discussed in class, first, you check whether it is north or south. Look at this angle. What is north or south? It's pointing north in general, okay? North in general. What is then? Second question is, what is the angle with the north or south direction? You were told this angle is 41. However, this angle is not this angle, okay? But if you take a 90 degree minus this angle, you will see this angle is just 49. If so, you find the degree, which is 49 here. Third, whether it's pointing east or west. Again, just think about this as the map. This is pointing east. So your answer is north 49 east. That's it. You just apply the basic definition and there's no technology behind it. Question 7. Do the evaluation. Be sure to simplify and rationalize your denominator. First one, tangent 5 pi over 3. First of all, you find where the angle is. So 5 pi over 3 is only pi over 3 smaller than the 2 pi. If you make a whole circle, it's 2 pi. This is 5 pi over 3. So the angle is pi over 3. For the reference angle is pi over 3, right? Then remember that all students must take calculus rule. All students must take calculus. So on the first quadrant, this guy is only the cosine is positive and all other stuff are negative. Okay, all students must take calculus. This is a C. Let me write this again. All students take calculus. All students take calculus. We are looking for tangent, so tangent must be negative. Look at this reference angle. This is pi over 3. So the tangent, this angle is square root of 3 because this side is square root of 3 over 2. This side is 1 over 2. The sign is negative. So this side divided by this side is square root of 3, and the sign is negative according to the ASTC rule. Okay, any question? Sine 120. So it should be in the second quadrant, and the reference angle should be 60 degree. And according to the ASTC rule, sine is positive, and you have a 60 degree, so the answer is square root of 3 over 2. Okay, which is just equal to sine 60. Okay, any question on this one? Question 3, cosine negative 30. Reference angle is 30 degree, and according to the ASTC rule, this must be C area, which means cosine is positive. So cosine 30 degree is just square root of 3 over 2. That's it. Question D, sine negative pi over 3. Again, ST0. Negative pi over 3 is in this area, so which means it is negative. Okay, only cosine is positive. This side is not cosine. So it must be negative, which is equal to sine pi over 3. Sine pi over 3, negative sine pi over 3, negative 1. So negative square root of 3 over 2. That's it. Second 60 degree. Second, what is the definition of second? Is 1 over cosine. Cosine 60 degrees is 1 over 2. So 1 over 1 over 2 is just 2. Okay? Cotangent 45 degree. Cotangent is 1 over tangent. And as you may know, tangent is just sine over cosine. So this guy is also 1. 1 over 1 is just 1. Any questions so far? Question G. Second 360 degree. Remember, on the coordinates, 360 degree go back to itself, go back to 0 degree, okay? Because it follows a 2 pi period. 2 pi period is just 360 degree period. So you're looking for second 0 degree. What is the definition of second? It's just 1 over cosine. Cosine 0 is just 1. So this answer is 1 over 1, which gives you 1 again. What is tangent 20? 270. Again, definition of tangent is sine over cosine. However, the problem is here. Look at this cosine 270 degree. You travel from here and here until you get here, this 270 degree. What is the x-coordinate for this angle, for this terminal point? It's 0. So you have a 0 in the bottom, which makes this undefined. Okay? If you write undefined or do not exist, I should give you the points already. If I didn't, please talk with me. What is cosine 0? Cosine 0, again, it's just terminal point is here. And the x-coordinate for that one is just 1. Question 8. The terminal point on the unit circle that corresponds to a real t. Find the second t. Second t. So what is the definition of second t? It's just 1 over cosine, right? What is definition of cosine? It's just x-coordinate divided by r. And we are on the unit circle. So you don't need to worry about this part. This part is always 1. This means this part is always 1. And you only need to worry about the x-coordinate. Look at the x-coordinate. You have this guy. So just 1 over this x-coordinate. You do some algebra, flip the fraction, move the negative sign to the front, and you multiply both sides with square root of 11. So you get 6 times square root of 11 over 11. That's your final answer. Any questions so far? Okay, you guys are so quiet. Question 9. Six times sine 60 degree. Again, What is sine 60 degree? This is a very important value, and we only have a few values to memorize. The sine 60 is just square root of 3 over 2. So it's just 6 times square root of 3 over 2 plus 3 times secant 30 degree. What is secant? Secant is just 1 over cosine, but here is secant squared. So you have 1 over cosine 30 degrees squared. What is cosine 30 degree? Cosine 30 is the same with the sine 60, square root of 3 over 2. This guy squared is 3 over 4. So you are 3 times 1 over 3 over 4, which gives you 4. The final answer is 3 times square root of 3 plus 4. That's it. Question B, sine 150. First of all, find where the 150 is on the coordinates. Notice the reference angle is 30 degree. So sine, and on this side, the ASTC rule also holds. Sine is positive. So sine 150 is just sine the 30 degree, which is 1 over 2. I apologize, this horizontal line is too long. Then you have cosine 150 degree. But this time, because the STC rule, cosine 150, cosine in this area is negative. So cosine 150 is negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay, just cosine 30. Cosine 150 is negative cosine 30. So it's this answer. Then you see fractions in both parts. The way you get rid of the fractions, multiply both sides with 2. Then you got this one. This becomes 1. This becomes 2. This becomes negative square root of 3. Then you should simplify. The way we simplify is multiply with conjugate. The conjugate is 2 plus square root of 3. So if you do such a multiplication, the bottom part you have 4 minus 3. The upper part you have 2 plus square root of 3. So the final answer is 2 plus square root of 3 over 1. And over 1 means nothing, so you just go back to itself, 2 plus square root of 3. Okay? Any questions so far? You guys are so quiet. So feel free to ask me any question, because we have plenty of time in today's class discussing about the exam and answering the questions you have. Question 10. Find the exact value of the remaining trigonometric functions. No need to rationalize any denominator. Okay. First of all, which quadrant we are working in? You are working from 90 to 180. So it's second quadrant. Second quadrant, which implies the AST0. All students take calculus. S row, sine is positive, and all other functions are negative. So cosine is negative. Then you can use this information to create the triangle. Tangent theta is opposite side divided by the adjacent side. So it's 3 over 4. Then you can use the Pythagorean rule to create the length for the hypotenuse. 3, 4, which gives you 5. This is such a famous triangle. We see this triangle in our class at least 20 times already. At least 20 times already, okay? 3, 4, 5. So sine theta is the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse, 3 over 5. And according to the ASTC rule, sine is positive. Cosecant is just 1 over sine. So you just flip this fraction, get it here. Cosine theta is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. So it's 4 over 5. However, it is negative. So it's negative 4 over 5. While secant theta is just 1 over this value. So you just flip the fraction, get this one. Tangent theta, this is given. Cotangent theta is just 1 over tangent theta. That's it. Everything just follows from the basic definition. If you do not know how to do any part of it, please review the basic definition we covered in class and also written in the textbook. Okay, any questions so far? I need to apologize. When I write the solution key, I made a mistake here. So can anyone tell me what's the correct answer for this one?
I mean, I had 12.3. I'm not sure if that's right or not.
That's right. That's right. 12.3. Yeah, it's just my typo. Apologize for this. It's 12.3. Okay. In my eyes, the calculated part is even easier than the non-calculated part. Since all you need to do is just plug into the calculator. The angle is 35 degrees, which is here. Tangent set, C is tangent to 35 degrees. This side, C divided by A. And you know A, you know the angle already. So tangent 35 is C over 5. If you multiply with both sides, it's A times tangent 35 equal to C. You just plug into the calculator about those numbers. Just plug into. Make sure you're using degree, okay? Using degree. Sometimes people make a mistake using rating. In this case, we already specify it is degrees, so make sure you use degree mode. And you get 12.3. Part B, find the angle P. Again, angle P is here. You know this side is 7, this side is 13. So sine P is the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. Sine P is 7 over 13. So what kind of angle produce such a ratio? It's an inverse sine of this value. If you plug into a calculator, you should be able to get 32.6. Okay. Question 12. A central angle of 5 pi over 4 is drawn on the radius with 7 centimeters. Remember that when you were asked to find the length of the arc, the length is just the angle times the radius. Just that simple formula. How big the angle is, the bigger the angle is, the more the length is. How big the radius is, the bigger the radius, the more length you have on the arc. So the length is just the angle, which is here, times the radius. If you plug into your calculator, you should be able to get 27.5.
So Professor, I actually had a question on that one.
Yes, please.
So in the question, it says if you decide to approximate the answers rounded to the nearest tenth. I left mine as 35 pi over 4, and then I had the unit, so centimeters. And when I typed that into the calculator, if you do round it up, it does come up to that 27.5. But would it be okay if I left it as that 35 pi over 4?
Okay, I understand your point. So we have different understanding about this. If you decide to approximate, this something like an option. This something is like an option. I understand you may feel so. So I will update your grade because there's a confusing here. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
If you
that's
get
that's what I thought.
if you get your points minus because you didn't plug in your calculator because you understand this like an option, not required. So please talk with me. I will update your grade. Otherwise, let's just continue. Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah. By the way, I forgot who is talking with me. Oh, please send me a message. I don't know who is the
That
team
was me,
leader.
Professor Ernesto. I'll send you a message.
Ernesto, thank you. Part B. The area of the sector. Notice the area formula is how big the angle is times the radius squared. Okay. So this is the take-home part. So you can find this formula in our textbook, or you can just Google the area of the sector of the circle. So if you do so, you find this formula. This is 1/2 the angle times 7 squared. Plug into your calculator, you should get 96.2. That's it. Okay, any questions so far? Question 13. Question 13 tells you a long story about a surveyor who is trying to measure the lake. However, that does not to be such a complex story. In short, you are just trying to find how long is this side is. And you were told that this angle is 31. This side is 53. I made a mistake writing 51 here, so 53. Yeah, when I write the solution set, I made a mistake. You see, I made plenty of mistake. So it's very important for you to remind me if I forget anything. So can anyone tell me what's the correct answer here?
I had 31.8 miles.
I think that's right. Yeah, I made a mistake. Forgive me for this mistake. So you are looking for this side. You need to establish a relationship for this side with the other sides and the angle. You have the angle. You have this side. How about you create a tangent, which is RS divided by IT, which is tangent 31 degree. You're looking for RS, so times both sides with RT. RT times tangent 31 degree, you get this. 53 times 31 degree, you get 31.8. That's it. Any questions so far? Oh, I made a mistake, including units. I forgot to include units. So what is the units for the length here? It's meter. So you can just write meters. Okay. Here comes a bonus question. This bonus question also was 5 points. That's how some of you get over 25 points on this calculated part, because there's a bonus question which is 5 points. Again, a very complex story. A bat leaves a cave located at the origin. The bat leaves a cave here and travels 15.6 miles through this direction, north 26 degree east, north 26 degree east. Okay, so it's this direction. Then turns 90 degree. So this angle is just 90 degree. He travels another 13.8 miles. 13.8 miles. So now you know this side and this side, and you know this is the right triangle. Find the bearing of where the bat is after 13.8 miles back to the origin. Again, finding the bearing, you just find this angle. So you want to find this angle. Okay, you know this side and this side. So tangent theta is 13.8 over 15.6. Okay, then you can take the inverse tangent. So theta equal to inverse tangent of this guy. You should get 41.5 degree for this angle. However, that's not our final solution yet. We need to write the bearing in the standard form. Notice that this angle is 41.5, and this angle is 26 degree already. So the overall angle is 67.5, which means this angle is 67.5. Again, north 67.5 east. So the bearing is just north 67.5 east. That's it. Any questions so far? Okay. So we finished the major task of today's class. But please stay here and work on your homework. And if you have any question, feel free to talk with me. If you think any grading errors, feel free to talk with me. I'll change your grades. Okay, so feel free to talk with me for any questions and stay here. Today we don't have a new material to cover because we are one class ahead of schedule already. So I decided we should have some kind of delay, one class delay to talk about the exam and let you ask me any question if you have. I'm taking the attendance at any random time. I will not let you know. Just don't leave here. And let me know if you have any question.
Professor?
Yes.
So can I see how you did number 4 on the in-class portion?
Yes. Here is question number 4, right? I announced in the class there's a typo here. So this side should be 5. And you know this side is 3, 5. Again, this is the most famous triangle, 3, 5. So this side by the Pythagorean theorem should be 4. And tangent theta is just definition. This angle is here, opposite side divided by the adjacent side. So 3/4. So the answer is just 3/4.
Okay, I understand. I didn't catch that there was a typo.
Okay. Sorry for that. And I think I announced this typo during the exam. Maybe you didn't hear me. So what is the answer do you get?
Let me check. I answered E for number 4.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, great. I see a few of you sending me text message about some grading errors. I'm checking one by one, and feel free to text me if you notice any grading error. I'm checking one by one. Please stay here. Do not leave. Feel free to ask me any question. I will take attendance during any random time. If you notice any grading error, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay, we reached the end of class. Stay here if you have any question. Otherwise, feel free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Goodbye.